Hello, 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 boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever and whatever you are. Whoever and whatever you are, because for the most part, no one is being what they are. Everyone is going around, by and large, inhabiting, living from a template of something that they are not, that they never were and never will be, nor do they want to be. And yes, I am Roger, a regular guy with a hotline to spirit, and I'm going to share with you today, tonight, this moment, or in the morning, whenever you're watching it, what a template is, why it's really important for us to not have a template, why is that significant? Well, before we even run the opening, it is so significant because you are significant, and if you have a template, we're not going to get to what you are and what you came here to bring and be. So I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to tell you how to clear on your own. Powerful episode. See you in a bit.
Gandehu gai he hayun dayahu gai dayahu. Ha.
This is an amazing time, isn't it? I really mean that. We are all looking at our stuff more than ever, and we're recognizing, by and large, and really looking at what we are not, and then saying, okay, well, if I'm not that, what am I? That is so important, because for the longest time we've been saying, okay, I am that, oh, this is what I do because that's the way I am. No, it's not. Matter of fact, we're going through a period of, wait a minute, I'm none of these things. Well, and that could be really scary for many of us. Matter of fact, it is scary for everybody, whether they say so or not. Everyone is a little freaked. So if you're in the line with somebody, you're somewhere with someone, it could be a spouse, a friend, your child, your mother, your sister, your brother, your other, everyone is going through a little bit of freak out because what they had locked in, what you have had locked in, is no longer viable. And that is incredibly important. Because how then do we get to what you are? And how then do you bring the very thing you came to this planet to bring? And then how do we receive it if you're not being what you are? I hope you're following me, because it's really important, because the whole point of being on the planet is to bring the very thing we are. You can't bring something by not being it. So what are templates then? A template, well, what is the definition of a template? A template is a pattern or a design, usually formed from some piece of metal or wood to create the same, to keep creating the same thing. So here's the template, here's the pattern to follow, and we're just creating the same thing. Because that's what we're taught to do. We do it on clothing, we do it on cars, we do it on molds. The scary thing is we do it on people. We do it on each other, and we demand each other to be the same, or to be, you're not being what I want you to be. Darn you. Unfortunately, we don't just say darn you. And it upsets us, because when someone else changes, and then we get to witness, wait a minute, it affects us. And that's a gift. We're not actually saying it's a gift in that moment, because it total dissolves everything we had set up gradually. And that's why we have a challenge. One of the main reasons we have a challenge with change. But change is growth. Change is how we receive. Change is a natural order of life. Look at the seasons. And each of them are beautiful. And they're full and they're rich. And I use all these words to describe you, us. So if you're not experienced being full, rich, exquisite, you probably got a template going. And the templates, where does the template come from? It comes from, very often, from our families. This is how you're supposed to be. Or from society, as a woman or a male. This is how you're supposed to be if you're a guy. This is how you're supposed to be if you're a female. This is how you're supposed to be if you are a little boy or a little girl. I love the binary and non-binary, because they're saying, oh, I'm not that, and I'm not that, and I'm not going along with what anyone else is saying. I'm honestly saying I'm neither of that. The selection that I am does not exist. But here I am. What a wonderful time to be alive and for humanity to have to make space for a non-definition. We're like, yikes, what do we do with that? I grabbed a definition when I was a child, or when I was in the womb, when I was a fetus, or when I was 5, from my mother, my father. It was passed down. And what do I do with those people? Well, that's not really the challenge here. What do you do with yourself? Because you picked up a template that is not yours. You can't. Here's the deal. If what you are already existed on the planet, you wouldn't be here. You would not only not be here, you wouldn't be. So we're not supposed to have a template at all. Why? Think about it. We are limitless source light expression. Limitless. Is it me, or does that kind of inform us that template is wrong? Wrong way. We're not a template. We don't have a template. We're bringing something new to the planet. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. You with me? So, if you haven't felt right in your life, or if you haven't felt right being, well, you're probably not being you, but you're caught in. So what is the template? Because you're caught in a loop, right? But it's not just a loop. It's a way of being. It's a design. It's a pattern that was usually from one of our folks or from a family design. And we will grab onto it as a child in order to survive. We're dealing with, first of all, we're dealing with root chakra stuff, the tribe, survival, home, family, safety. So for safety, we need to be part of this group in order to survive. But there comes a point, and it's a gifted point, it doesn't feel good, and it doesn't mean, and very often things are not going smoothly or well because there is this disruption, this upheaval of beingness. Thankfully, thank heaven, thank life. Of course, you're undefinable. Again, you're limitless source light expression. So there's this disruption. Someone's going to start it. Someone has to start it. And it very well might be you, us. And that's one of the main reasons why we're on the planet right now. Everyone that's on the planet is this great disruption of what has been. Because we have so much muscle and so much light. We're so powerful. We are a force. And in being that, it requires us one thing, to be more of that. So what comes up for grabs, what comes up to let go, there's that expression of I am that I am, right? It's sacred text. But what we're going through right now is I am not that I am. That's what we've been living. I am not that I am. And we have to release that. It's not up for grabs, it's up for doing away with. So as we come to this point together on the planet, because this is the earth is a living library. It means we learn from living the experience. We learn, I'm none of this, because we're expanding into what we are. I am exquisite, and I never thought I was. I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am magnificent. And I never landed on those words. They just seemed too vast or big for me because I locked in these other things. How do I then embody that? How do I feel that? Well, here's a technique. Here's how you clear a template. A template, a pattern that you've lived within to belong to a group that served you by and large. You're here, right? It was a smart move. It was not a mistake. Also, we never choose anything that doesn't bring us the full amount of learning that is possible from an experience, no matter what it is. So you did so much learning. Now it's time to move into not only a new book, a whole new library of experiences. So the template is up to be clear. And if you're watching this video now, it probably is you've been led to watch this and clear it. And share this with people, because many people need to clear a template they have going that is not theirs. So how do you clear a template? It's very simple. And it goes like this. Remember, an essential in living your life is always, thy will be done. That's you. You are the thy part. Thy will be done. What you will happens. There you go. So who's the most powerful person in your healing session, meaning movement into wholeness? This moment, now, any moment in your life, is you. Nobody else. It's like the most important noun in the whole world is you, right? Thy will be done. So you simply say, I call upon the archangels, or any archangel, to clear this template and all templates from my entire matrix. That's your physical and non-physical body, or just simply say from me. And with it, all associated energies and blocks, the energies and blocks holding it into place, and all attitudes, patterns, and programs associated with it. Now, 100%. And you'll feel this tingle. And you'll feel this lifting from yourself, as I am now. And that means what you're experiencing is your energetic anatomy and your physical anatomy at the same time. And then you just release something. You need to fill up, right? We don't clean out a fish tank, right? And take out the dirty water and not put in clean water. What's the fish going to swim in? Right? How rude is that? So, and I ask to receive liberty, freedom, love. Fill up with love. And really fill up. This is where I invite you to practice spiritual selfishness. I fill up with love. All the love of the universe. All the love that is around me, in me, that is present for me. Always is, always will be. I fill up with all the love that I am. I am free. I am magnificent. I am loved. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. Then we have a whole different lived experience. And we all benefit from you being what you are, always. And then it becomes a great adventure. And we get to witness your magnificence by you living from your magnificence. There's this quote, how you see the world brings the world you will see. Thank you very much. Please subscribe, ring the bell, and give it a thumbs up. When you give it a thumbs up, it helps the channel grow. Let's get this baby growing. Thank you so much. Much love.